Can you talk a little bit about that InterRent acquisition? It was big headline news. I wish I had the full story here, but like, how do you think about that? If you can describe that a little bit and what it might imply for the market.
I think it was probably not a shocking surprise to market observers that it was announced. Certainly, it had been rumored and it was in the press in the early part of March, so it was sort of out there, so to speak. I think it's reflective of the fact that it was such a quality company. InterRent was long a leader in the multifamily space in terms of NOI and cash flow growth. I mean, they had an incredible run of unbelievable success from an operating platform perspective. And to see that great company and its portfolio trade at such a steep discount for such a prolonged period of time was really quite incredible. And I think, the transaction that has arisen as a result of that is probably a reflection of, the frustration that some of the principals have with how enduring that is. And what we're seeing in the private market, frankly, I think is leading where the public market is at. They are large, savvy institutional investors that are seeing the value in a stock like that and the portfolio and the operating platform and saying, this is just too good to be true. And I think in hindsight, people will look back and say, that was an absolute steal. Priced it at $13.55. I would say, there's the consensus Bay Street NAV that would be around 14 or something like that. But,
sorry, what was the total size of the deal? I should know this, but I forget.
Yeah, I don't have the total size off the top of my head, but it would be, certainly $4 billion-ish, let's say, of enterprise value. So a sizable transaction, but certainly, the five big multifamily REITs, they would be probably the fourth and we would be the fifth, let's say.
Right.
So certainly not the largest multifamily REIT in the country, but one, as I say, that had a long track record of really punching above its weight from an NOI and cash flow growth. And Mike McGann and Brad Cutsey and that team, they're very, very well regarded by investors for their ability, particularly on the value add side. What they were doing was really tremendous. And so I think what we've got is a savvy institutional investors look at this and say, geez, here's an opportunity to partner with the principal of this and of this company and buy it at an incredible discount and see where we can take this platform. And this is an institutional investor with a lot of conviction, right? They previously made a very significant foray into Canada in the industrial space.
Like a Singapore
sovereign fund, So I think, what it's done in the sector is I think it's probably wakened the institutional investor space a little bit around the opportunity there. And you forget what you had until it's gone, kind of thing. And they see a great stock like that, trading at that kind of discount. And certainly, an institution like that on the private side coming in, probably leading the public market. So I think it's possibly a harbinger of things to come. I think certainly it is one of the forces that's probably pushing some of that optimism around the sector.
Right.
So, yeah.
I will find them, but I would love to do a deal with the, Saudi Arabian. I would like to do a live golf style deal.
Yeah.
That would be
Saudi prince.
That would be the dream. Yeah. So, and exciting times ahead. So we'll see.